Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a special reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link and my official Instagram, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Aquarius, I hope that you're doing well. This is a special reading called Messages for the Lost. And I'm doing this series because I've been feeling a little lost lately, and I figured other people were too, and that somehow, perhaps I could help by channeling messages from Spirit for you to help you try and, I don't know, make sense of things or put some pieces together or think about something that you wouldn't have thought about in a certain way. So we'll see what comes of the reading. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy is going to be from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And at the end, I'm going to read from the book. And then the Trusted Light Seers Tarot for the tarot portion of your reading. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Aquarius, please? Thank you. Oh, number 48 introduces to a 12, the Hanged Man energy. Hanged Man in the Major Arcana, Virgo and Pisces affiliated there. The Hanged Man talks about putting ourselves in the tree of knowledge in order to gain perspective that we might not have had before. We're literally turning things on their heads to try and, a spirit just said the word radicalize, to try and radicalize our viewpoint. Spirit is saying, and maybe it's like this last ditch effort to make it make sense. Okay, I've looked at something from 10 different vantage points, and now I'm going to turn everything upside down because maybe there's something that I'm not seeing clearly. The word and the card that you got is poised. So of course, I think of the concept of poised and ready. Poised and ready. One moment, Aquarius. Sorry about that, Aquarius. It's so interesting. Right before I turned on the reading, or right before I turned on the camera, rather, I just cooked some dinner for myself and my family, and when I was cooking, I left my crystal rings on the counter so that I could cook, and then I forgot to put them back on. And I always put my rings on when I work with the cards, when I channel messages. It just helps to, one, protect me, but also kind of enhance my connection with Spirit when we work with crystals. And I didn't have them on. And it's like when, how people used to joke when they weren't wearing a watch, it's like they felt naked. It's like all of a sudden I felt I was missing something. And that could be, it's absolutely part of your reading because the word is poised, poised and ready, and yet I wasn't ready. Not to my liking. You would not have even known if I hadn't told you, but I didn't feel right with my energy. And so there could be this push and pull for you right now where you're feeling like I have all my ducks in a row and I'm ready for something, but I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. What should I be looking for? What should I, be directing my attention towards? So that could be part of it too. So I'm going to pull 6 cards for your spread today. The first 2 cards will be, what am I struggling with? What is Aquarius struggling with? The second set of cards, what can I do for myself? And the third set of cards, what can I do for the world? So let's get the 6 cards out for you. And I am only taking uprights. Spirit has asked me to only read uprights for the foreseeable future. I've always read reversals, but Spirit wants me to just take uprights for now. So I will honor what Spirit has instructed me to do. Oh, interesting. Okay. One more. Oh, wow. Okay. Spirit asked me to read the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. The Three of Pentacles. So this is a card of co-creation, collaborating with others, collaborating with Spirit. It's the sense that we've put some intention and manifestation out into the world, and we are asking Spirit to collaborate with us, help us out, guide us in the right direction. The Pentacle suit of the Tarot talks about the earth element, working in the material world, working with people, places, and things, as opposed to something that is more cerebral or more spiritual or more conceptual or more religious, symbolic. It's really talking about something that is in the here and now, that we can affect change with our hands, with our words. And there's something that you want to create with Spirit. And they wanted me to read the bottom of the deck because they want you to know that they have heard your intentions, right? Because, you know, Spirit can hear us even inside of our heads, right? They have heard your intentions. That's so crazy because I have to stop. I have to pause for that because yesterday I was on my way home, and yesterday was like just a tough day at work, and it was just a physically demanding day at work. And I was coming home, and like my back started hurting, my sciatic nerve was acting up, and I was like, because Spirit is not there to interfere, right? You have to ask them for help. So I was like, Spirit, like that sciatic nerve is like really hurting, pinching, like I need you to help me. Please just alleviate the pain, make it go away, heal it, whatever, right? So I'm fine today, but I was listening to another tarot reader, Baba Jolie, who channels from Spirit, and she gets messages, names, symbols. She's very, very accurate. And during this reading, which was not even for my sign, she interrupted herself and said Spirit is pointing out that if you have a job where you do a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of lifting of boxes, like physical lifting, to be mindful, to be careful, blah, blah, blah. And I, you know, when I asked Spirit for help, I said it all inside my head. I didn't say it out loud. I was walking. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you might get some looks. But I didn't say that out loud. And not 5 minutes later, Spirit gives me that message, right? So Spirit hears you is the point. Spirit is listening. They're always listening to you. They can see that you are trying to build something, and that they can see that you might be a little stuck. And so what are you struggling with right now? Four of Pentacles. Holding on very tightly to your resources, to an idea, to a feeling of something that you maybe feel like you can't share, or that you are limited in the way that you can share it. Because I just saw, it's amazing how the kind of media that I consume during the day always somehow it just enters into the consciousness, into the dictionary, the lexicon, the experience, and then it finds its way into a reading that I do. So this morning I was watching a video where the singer Charlie Puth, who just sang the national anthem or whatever, Star Spangled Banner, at the Super Bowl, Charlie Puth was on his Instagram channel talking about this lesser known musician who he just came across randomly and wanted to help out. It's a country singer, and he posted his song, and everybody was like, when are you gonna release this song or whatever? And he said, when I have money to produce it properly, promote it, whatever. And so here comes Charlie Puth with his musician's magical superhero cape and takes it upon himself to basically produce this song, to add background vocals, to add guitar parts and whatever, to just take the beautiful song and just refine it just a little bit, which of course made that musician tremendously happy. But it's the example of, here you have a great idea, but you're sitting on it because you might not have the financial backing, the connections, the resources, the raw materials to make it into something that is more refined. That's the struggle right now. But the impetus and the willingness to branch out is there. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is highly attractive, a go-getter, brave, motivated. Queen of Wands is a very motivated individual. And so I can see that you have the motivation, but this Four of Pentacles tells me that there's a little bit of fear that whatever you put out into the world is like somehow not going to be good enough, or not comprehensive enough, or not refined enough, to which I feel like Spirit is saying, Spirit just sang a line from a Mariah Carey song, baby, it's all in your mind. Baby, it's all in your mind. I heard that so clearly. It's just a fear that you have that's all in your mind. They're actually saying you are ready. You are ready to take the leap of faith, to express yourself fully. You see how the body language on this character? Fully open. Open chakras, energy flowing upward, in a state of elation, dancing, joyousness. It's like your higher self saying, you're ready, Aquarius, you're ready. You don't think you're ready, but you are. And it's almost like this. The Spirit just gave it to me. Here's the Queen of Wands, and it's almost like this character is this little ball of light here. It's like the Queen of Wands is looking at this poised character and saying, lift off, take off, you're ready. We're ready. But this is the struggle right now. I'm going to ask for a clarifier. Can I have a clarifier for what Aquarius is struggling with? Okay, that was like 6 cards. I just want 1 card, please, Spirit. 1 card. You start to pull too many cards, and yeah, the message can get muddled. So here we are, 2 kind of heavy cards. Major Arcana number 16, the Tower, Scorpio and Aries energy, and number 5, the 5 of Pentacles. So from the 4 to the 5, from the 4 to the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles can talk about a sense of isolation, being left out in the cold. And baby, it's all in your mind. You're not left out in the cold. You have the key. You possess the entry pass. Spirit is saying the word in German, which I'm still learning German, so if you speak German, I'm very sorry if I'm getting it wrong. But I see the word that's like Entscheidung or Eintrittskarte, like ticket, Eintrittskarte, like admission, ticket, something about that. I don't know, maybe you're German, maybe you speak German. So you have the ticket, you have the golden ticket, because also I'm seeing this golden color, which then makes me think of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Don't know what that has to do with anything, but maybe it's relevant for you. The sense of you feel like you're being left out, but Spirit is saying, no, 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 you have the key. Remember? Specifically, remember? I wanted to say it like that. You have the key, remember? It's almost like they're saying you came into possession of the key when the tower event happened in your life. So, sorry, I feel like my throat chakra is closing a little bit, so it might be hard for you to talk about. Whenever you had, the tower talks about great shock, awe, and upheaval. So it's not always bad, but it is something that surprises you, catches you off guard, but it's always for your best and highest good. We have these tower moments because something is built on a shaky foundation. It doesn't serve us to keep it going, to keep it running, to keep it upright. Like it's almost like a volcano, right? It just comes and levels everything so we can just start over, build new land, have new growth. Because if you've ever seen footage of like volcanic lava, rock, or whatever, somehow, some way, plant life grows in those kind of very harsh circumstances. The lava creates terra firma, but it comes after this explosion, essentially, from Mother Earth herself. So it's almost like tear it down to rebuild it. And Spirit is saying whatever tower moment recently happened in your life, from now to 5 years ago, like a big tower moment, that's when you came into possession of this key. The key to epiphanies, the key, like a connection, a crucial connection that you just didn't have before. It could be just your sheer experience of an event that made you wiser. It's almost like saying if you're going through a struggle right now, remember the last time you went through a similar struggle and how you got through it. It's like your past experiences were gearing you up for what's about to happen, for this change. Because I do see it as wanting to change, poised and ready for change. What can you do for yourself? 8 of Wands, do not delay. 8 of Wands, fire, energy, fast action, fast communication. Do not delay, Spirit is saying, do not delay. Clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, a brand new beginning. Spirit always brings the aces of the suits. So fire and earth together, we have the impetus, the ideas, the inertia that are supporting us with this brand new opportunity, this door opening, right? The door opening. It's like Spirit is saying, I'm here to help you, right? You wanted to co-create with me, co-create with Spirit. Well, here I am. I've got the first piece of the puzzle, and now I'm relying on you to come and meet me where that piece is and take it. It's yours, take it. This key is yours, take it. It's almost like I'm feeling this, those scenarios where, okay, because Spirit is giving me a very personal and very specific example of a time when my twin flame, my significant other, he, long time ago when we first met, we first started dating, we were both very different, right? And there was one time he said something to me And it was like he was going to make a certain sacrifice for me. And I was like, don't do that. Why would you do that for me? Right? It was this moment. I still remember it. It was over 10 years ago. Well, just about 10 years ago. I still remember where we were standing when that flew out of my mouth. Well, don't do that. Why would you do that for me? It's like, I would never say that today. I would never say that today. I might say, like, are you sure? Not about doing it for me, but are you sure? And thank you. You know, like I would say, you know, because who's going to know their own heart except the person whose heart is in question, right? It was this piece of me that didn't think that I deserved a gift of love or partnership or something, because I had no self-confidence at that time. So it's almost like I feel like this reverse temptation to reject something really beautiful from spirit when it is offered to you. And it's almost like spirit is saying, you got to grab onto it before you change your mind. No takesies, backsies. Grab onto it before you change your mind. Stop overthinking it. Whatever it is. I'm going to pull a clarifier. What is this offer for Aquarius? To let go, to move on, 10 of Swords. This is a very... It's going to make sense in a few minutes when I get to your last cards. This is a very specific rendering of the 10 of Swords. Let me show you. It's just easier if I show you. In the traditional kind of Rider-Waite-Smith version of the tarot, the 10 of Swords is very, very dark. It's very dark and ominous, and it doesn't look very pleasant to deal with because it's representing like ultimate and extreme disappointment and sadness and despair. But I'm not using the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, am I? I'm using the Lightseers tarot. And it's not just about the cards and what the cards represent, but it's also about the rendering of the card. It's about what is being represented. And in the Lightseers, sorry, I'm trying to look for the card. Hold on. Give me one. Sorry, Aquarius. You didn't need to just watch me do that. But this is the 10 of Swords. This is the 10 of Swords. You can see how different the feeling is. And Spirit wanted me to show you what a marked difference is. This person is like 10 swords in the back, flattened on the ground. Despair, disappointment, at our wit's end. There's just no hope left, or seemingly no hope left. It's just overrun by thoughts and worries and anxiety, etc., etc., etc. This card, so different. It's the sense that almost like we're making peace. We're trying to make peace with all the thoughts that have been racing through our mind. And we're looking towards solace, towards sunlight, respite, a new beginning. We're upright, we're walking, right, as opposed to this. It's like, what can you do for yourself? You can look at these past heartaches, heartbreaks, situations of disappointment with a renewed sense of self. It's like, this doesn't have to define me. Far from it. Far from it. How are we going to end the reading? What can I do for the world? Here's the Devil card, number 15 of the Major Arcana. This is Capricorn energy, and it talks about codependencies, addictions, cycles of repeat, negative self-talk. And I actually don't feel like this is your energy. I feel like what you're going to do for the world is look at everything that you've been through and your ability to move forward with a lot of intention, with a lot of clarity, after a long period of contemplation. And then you're going to teach that to people who are still stuck in these cycles of repeat, in these areas where they feel like all hope is lost. And the reason why I say that you're going to do that for them is because you got this as a clarifier. So one of the most difficult cards in the deck to deal with, clarified by one of, if not the most abundant card in the deck, number 19, the Sun. Leo energy here. So starkly different. And yet, you see what I'm saying? Spirit doesn't make mistakes when I pull cards. There's a reason why I use these decks, but I never know what that reason is until a synchronicity presents itself. This is you. This is you. This is you. You are going to be shedding some beautiful light to the world. And this is where the world is right now, isn't it? Isn't it? This is why I'm doing these readings. Because we're all feeling kind of lost. The personal power that you are kind of about to embody, right? With this, right? She's looking for the sun. You found it. And you're going to share that light with everyone that you encounter is really caught in this cycle of repeat, making the same mistakes. And you're just going to be the light that says, see here, this is your cover card, right? This light emanating from you. You're the one that's going to have those epiphanies. I think you're going to be channeling to people. You end up looks like, okay, water cooler conversation with a coworker. They tell you about a crappy situation they're dealing with that you've heard about 10, 20 times. And something is going to come over you, and you're the one that's going to shed light on the situation and say, hey, have you ever thought about looking at something from a different perspective? Just turn the whole thing upside down. What if? What if you were no longer in that toxic relationship, toxic friendship? How would your life change? Talk me through your day. It's going to be like channeled messages like that. Because, and this is what I said, I think, in the Libra reading, when we occupy a space where we are comfortable in our own skin, like we've gotten to this place of calm in our heart, that's when you can hold space for other people. Because you're protecting your energy, but you're also open to helping others. And I think that's what's going on here. You're not having your arms out for the devil card, the devil energy. You're having your arms open to receiving Spirit's channeled messages and offering those to people in need. That's what I'm trying to do on this channel. But you don't have to have this to be able to do it. There are people that channel messages to me every single day, all different people, and I can tell when they're doing it because this wisdom kind of washes over them, and they've just dropped some mics. Basically, they've just dropped some pieces of truth. And I know that they've been channeling from Spirit in that moment. It's like Spirit spoke through them to me. And as the recipient of that, it makes me tremendously grateful. But I'm also aware enough that I can tell when it's happening. And I feel like the people are not going to be able to tell that you're doing this, because it's going to come naturally. It's not going to be like, beep, 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 hold on, I'm getting a call from Spirit. I mean, sometimes I do that, but people are used to it right by now. It's not going to happen like that for you. It's just going to be this claircognizance, clairsentience, this just self-awareness, this inner knowing, this deep, deep knowing that when someone meets you with this energy, you're going to hit them with this energy. It's really, really powerful. So I'm going to read from the book, number 48, Poised. Poised. Being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, confidence. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need. You know what you need to. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. So that's your reading, Aquarius. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aquarius.